Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. If you can hear me, let me just see by show of hands. If you can hear me clearly, let me see by show of hands. Wonderful. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. It's a beautiful afternoon here in the city of Lagos, and it is an honor, it is a pleasure to welcome you to the third in the series of our webinars. Yay! If you're excited with me, let me see you with the clapping emoji. Yay! My excitement is just through the roof. I can't tell you how excited I am that we're celebrating our 10th anniversary. Indeed, we have come a long way. Some of us are familiar with TEDC, some others are not. And you're just wondering, okay, what is TEDC about? Who are this bunch of people? Before I go into that, please permit me to acknowledge the various CEOs, MDs, professionals, investors in the building. I can see CEO. Oh, wonderful. We already have our speaker on board. CEO Selena, you're welcome. CEO Adebisi Shakpara, you're welcome. CEO Adegoke, you're welcome. We welcome CEO Adeshola Okunuga, Akinyemi Oluwakemi, Anu Adegboyega, Bisola Keshi, Iretiola Simeon, CEO Sumisola Babatunde Jimo, CEO Olubukola Ogundoyin, CEO Philomena Ojini, and CEO Adeoshun. You're all welcome to this beautiful day where we're celebrating our third in the series of our 10th year anniversary. It's been a wonderful 10 years so far for us. And sincerely, we can't tell you how excited we are. We're so excited to have been able to reach these wonderful milestones because we know operating in Nigeria takes a special breed. So welcome on board. Give yourselves a round of applause once more again. Please, you can feel free to unmute and let me hear that resounding sound of applause. Yes, 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 yes. It takes a brave heart to operate in Nigeria. You will agree with me. It takes a brave heart to operate in Nigeria. All right. So before I get ahead of myself in so much excitement, let me just acquaint you with what we have for today. All right. Like I said earlier, some of us know what TEDC is all about, and some of us do not know. So who are we? We call ourselves the Thriving Enterprise Development Center. That is what CEO stands for. Sorry, that's what TDC, I'm so excited by the CEOs I'm seeing on board. That's what TDC stands for. Okay, so what do we do at TDC? Why are we celebrating 10 years? Okay, we've been in this business, we'll call it a business, even though it's not for profit business. We've been in this business of providing businesses support. We provide business development support services to small and medium enterprises. So if your business is yet to start, we're here for you. If you're growing, sure, you're in the right place. And if you're looking to scale and sustain your business, make it the next unicorn for the next generation, trust me, you are in the right place. Yes, 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 yes. So what do we do at TEDC? We provide capacity building. We provide mentorship and advisory. We know people who have gone through the path you're going through, and we share their journey with you. We pair you together with them so that You can learn from the shoulders of giants. We also provide networking opportunities. There's no way you will be in TEDC and you won't be acquainted with the various opportunities in Nigeria. And everybody does know that Nigeria is brimming with opportunities. So that's one of the opportunities. That's one of the benefits of being in this community of CEOs, investors, and business startups. All right. So we go on. That has been our journey so far. We've been helping businesses for the past 10 years. And by the special grace of God, we are able to count at least, we say at least 3,000 businesses. Yes, we're being modest. At least 3,000 businesses that we've helped through this journey of development. Yes, yes, yes. I can see the emojis. Trust me. It's been a fantastic honor to be able to make this impact in the lives of these businesses. So we've been able to do that for over 3,000 businesses, and we're still counting. And yours, sincerely, is one of those businesses. Yeah, I am part of the TEDC family and have been a beneficiary of the training. I've been able to enjoy so much support from being in this community. So, key highlights of what we will do today. We would have shortly a spotlight of a participant of one of the businesses in the communities. They would love to share with you how far they have come. Yes, CEO of the Darachi Foods will be speaking with you shortly. Thereafter, I would have the honor of introducing our special guest for today. Yes, so branding is not just about logos and colors. If you are in that seat, you need to come out of it. Branding is not about colors. No, 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 no. So you're in the right place if you're looking to understand what branding and marketing is, because our facilitator today is a seasoned brand and marketing strategist. Thereafter, we will take Q&A. So get your papers, get your biros. If you have questions, if you have answers, you're looking for clarifications, you are in the right spot. So make sure to take notes so that when that session comes on board, you'll be able to ask your questions. All right. So without much ado, I'm too excited. I'm trying to keep my excitement down. You can see it from my face. Yes, I know. Okay. If you're with me, please let me see the emojis. Let me see the emojis clapping, thumbs up, clapping. Yes, yes, yes. If you're with me, yes. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you so, so much. All right. Without much ado, I have the privilege and the honor of introducing the CEO of Darachi Foods to share with us her journey so far, so that you can see that the journey of entrepreneurship, it's not a lonely journey. You can learn from one or two tidbits that she'll be able to share from her journey. And so I have the pleasure of inviting on board Darachi Food CEO. Over to you, ma'am.
Please ask her to raise her hand so that we can spot her.
Okay, do we have Darachi CEO in the building? Kindly raise up your hands. Show of hands, ma'am. Okay, so that I can unmute you. Darachi Foods?
I don't think she's in.
Oh, fantastic. All right. We wouldn't want to waste our excitement or waste too much time, because I am sure CEO Selena has so much to share with you. She has been in the business of branding and marketing for a couple of years now. She is known as the founder and CEO of the Celine brand. The Celine brand helps businesses grow, thrive in the digital space, and innovate marketing solutions. In these days and times, you would agree with me, with AI all over the place, you cannot but give your marketing support, your marketing strategies a twist called innovation. So you would have the privilege of listening to somebody who is well seasoned. She has trained a couple of businesses and she has also succeeded in helping businesses grow. Part of what she has been able to do is enable businesses increase their website traffic by at least 35% using targeted SEO content strategies. So it is not just about creating websites, it is about making sure that the website you have created is garnering traffic. And our current speaker has been able to do that successfully. Amongst the other things she's been able to do for businesses is boost engagement through tailored social media marketing campaigns by 40%. I tell you what, that is no mean feat. I am aware of this because I have a marketing background myself. And so for somebody to be able to point out her keystones, her key milestones in the business, it is no joke. So with a lot of joy and a lot of excitement, join me in welcoming with the clap hands, yes, clapping emoji. Let me see it. Let me see it in the building. I'm not seeing it enough. With the clapping emoji. Yes, that is it. Welcome, CEO Selena Kalesonwo. Welcome on board, ma. I'll hand over the mic to you now. Congratulations and welcome on board. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I really, really appreciate, and it's an honor to be here today. So before we get started, please give me a moment. Let me quickly share my slide so that um everybody will be able to follow through with what we'll be talking about today.
CEO Selena, you can have your video on, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, you've been made co-host. I'm sure it was network glitch.
Okay.
You can put on your video and everything now.
Okay,
You can
okay, thank
share.
you.
Then start. Yeah, okay.
Okay, can everybody see my screen? Okay.
Yes, we can. We can see your
Okay, thank
screen.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, a moment. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, our topic for today is brand like a boss. So I want us to imagine this scenario. Imagine you are in a gathering, or okay, so imagine there's supposed to be a meeting and you were not in the room. What will people actually say about you? Like, what would they say? Who would they say is Titiola? Who would they say is Bisola? What do you think people are actually going to say about you when you are not in the room? Now, Moving on, before we go to define what branding is all about, these are also things that happen in everyday world. Imagine resuming at a new place of work or meeting people for the first time. You already have a kind of perception about the person. Ah, what does this person do? Who is she? What does she do? Same thing also applies to this particular conference. Imagine when the conference was announced and okay, we'll be having these various speakers. These are the people we'll be having. One way or the other, it already crossed our mind that, oh, who is this person? What does she do? What does she know? This is where branding comes into place. So branding is all about perception. Is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Is what people think about you. And remember, they used to say this thing that first opinion, be first impression. Yes. So first impression goes a long way. So what are people saying about you when you are not in the room? What do they think about you? Are you a nice person? Are you respectful? Are you somebody that is consistent? When it comes to business, do you have authority over your business? How do you approach things? How do you do things? This is exactly what branding is all about. Simply put, branding is all about perception. It is what people say about you when you are not in the room. So moving on, let's just go through my slide. Okay, so a brand is the identity and story of a company, business, or person that makes it stand out from other competitors who sells products and services. So for two businesses that are into fashion, what differentiates your own brand from somebody else that is into fashion? What do you do differently that make people want to come and patronize you? So let's say, for example, I'll use, let's say, Titilola's fashion. So Titilola sells, or Titilola is a fashion business that specializing in kids wear, that specializes in kids wear. And we have another business, let's say Musumola. Musumola is someone that does ready to wear. What is the thing that differentiates Musumola from Titilola? Now, if we are looking at the differentiation between the two business, we know Titilola deals in kids wear. Why Musumola deals in ready to wear? But apart from this, if both of them are doing the same kind of business in terms of the fashion, maybe both of them are doing ready to wear, what differentiates Musumola from Titilola? What makes people want to patronize Musumola? What makes people want to patronize Titilola? This is where our branding come into play. Please, I hope everybody can hear me, so I'm not talking to myself.
Yes, we can hear you. If you could just put your slide in full mode.
Full mode.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm coming. Sorry, I really don't know how.
No, just under
Okay.
your screen right now, you will see slide mode, right?
Okay.
It's like a wine glass, like an hourglass sign.
Okay. Under my slide.
Yeah, it's underneath.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's beside the Zoom, It's next to the Zoom. If you want to zoom in and zoom out, underneath the slide, the PowerPoint.
Okay. Underneath the PowerPoint slide.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not very conversant with Zoom.
Okay,
Or
it's
let me
okay.
just let me see if I can
Yeah, so
do
from there, yes, you
from
can.
there.
Yes,
Yes.
Selina, I'll
fantastic.
take a picture of your screen and send you what you're supposed to do because I can see it right on your screen.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic. You get it.
Okay. Is this better?
Yes,
yes.
much.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
All
now.
right. Okay, so as I was saying, so what differentiates Titilola's business from Fumilola's business is also where branding come into play. And whether we know it or not, or whether you know it or not, each of us, we already have a brand. Whether you are telling everybody you have a brand or you're not telling anybody you have a brand, we all have a brand because when people see us, there's already an opinion that comes into their mind that, oh, this is who this person is, or this is what this person is, or this is who this person represents. So moving on, branding is the process of creating an element of distinction, as I earlier explained. Then also branding is speaking without speaking, whether you are saying anything or not. People already have an opinion about you. They already have a perception about you. There's something they're already thinking about you. There's something they're already thinking when it comes to your business. Oh, this is how this business functions from the point where they reach out to you that, oh, I want to patronize you, I want to get your product. this is you, without you saying anything, without the way you post, in terms of your posting, in terms of every other thing, you're already speaking whether you know it or not. Branding also means the complete process of shaping how people perceive your business. Okay, so this also has to do with what I said earlier about whether you are speaking or not, people already have a perception about you. So this is where branding comes into play. Okay, so we'll do a very quick classwork. Think of a brand you are very familiar with. What are 3 characteristics that stand out to you about that brand, and what have you noticed about them over time? So I will give you an example, and I would just like maybe 2 or 3 people to share about a brand they are familiar with, and one thing they know about the brand, or 2 things they know about the brand. So for example, I would say Motina. And if we are all very familiar with Motina, we know that Motina, from time, they have always been promoting this nourishness, vitality. Their messages has always been the same thing. That's one thing that has always, their messaging has been consistent. There has not been any change in their message. They are telling you that when you take Motina, there's a kind of refreshing that you get when you take Motina. There's a kind of goodness, even down to the type of ingredients they use in preparing Motina. So these are some of the characteristics that talk about why people should take Motina. It's just a messaging they've been using to sell their brand over time. So who is going to be sharing with us about any brand they are familiar with, and one characteristics that have stood out for them about that brand, or why they are still patronizing that particular brand? So who will be going first? Sorry, let me go back to Zoom so
Please
that I
raise
can
your
just...
hands so that CEO Selena can be able to call you out. Raise your hands if you
Okay,
want to
so
volunteer.
someone said global fast delivery. Thank you so much. Yes, global fast delivery. Who else wants to tell us an example of a brand they are familiar with and their characteristics, or anything they've noticed about them over time? Anybody? Are we all here? Are we still here? Are we here? Who is going to be sharing with us? Okay, so Bisola, you can go ahead. Oh, was he? No. Somebody was raising up a hand, so please, you can go ahead and unmute. Okay, Anu, you can go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. As you were speaking, the brand that came to mind, so easily to me is VPWM. So, as a ministry, I joined the fellowship first in Ibadan, but what I saw that still is consistent with VPWM is that, while I was in Ibadan, I see that it's a community where you can call your family, and then there's this beauty in VPWM. Everywhere you get to, you don't see people, appear anyhow. There's this consistency about how people appear, very intentional about our appearance, how we look, and it's a family. When I came to Lagos also, I saw the same thing, that I can relate to people, I can come in and feel love, that, okay, this is a beautiful place and it's a family. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Miss Anu. Thank you so much, ma. Okay, so moving on, let's just continue with our slide. I just want to be sure that everybody understands what I'm trying to explain when it comes to the branding aspect of it, and the characteristics that each brand tends to portray over time. Okay, so moving on, why is branding important? Why do we need to brand our business? One of the most important reasons why we need to brand our business is for brand recognition. If we notice that over time, there's this, based on the products or businesses we are familiar with, there's a kind of recognition, like people can easily, from their branding, people can easily know, oh, this is this product, or this is this product. I'll use Indomie for example. If we notice for Indomie has, they've been very consistent with this. There's this coming together. There's this messaging of coming together, of mother caring for their children, or mother giving their children, this family kind of a thing. So a good branding helps improve your brand recognition. It makes people know about your brand. When people know about your brand, they can easily pinpoint, oh, this brand, this is what they do, this is how they've been able to portray themselves over time. And that is why a good branding is also important. So also, a great brand also not just help people to market, it also help you to foster brand loyalty. So what I mean by brand loyalty is that depending on the kind of experience people have with a particular brand, they tend to tell people about the brand that, oh, have you patronized? Let's say, for example, you want to buy like a particular, maybe you want to buy a earpod or you want to buy something, and the person is telling you, oh, have you heard about Raimo? Oh, I just patronized them and their product was good, and they are this, they are that. Because of the experience the person has had with the brand over time, it makes it easy for the person to say, oh, this is a brand you should actually patronize, or this is the reason why you should patronize the brand. There's just a level of loyalty that is already attached to that brand. If somebody else is coming to say, why not try this brand? The person is already having a perception that, no, 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 I like this particular brand because over time I've used the brand before and I got exactly what I ordered for. So it's not a case of I got it and I did not get what I ordered for. So branding also helps to foster brand loyalty. It helps people to trust in your experiences, what you're giving out to them, your services, and even as much as the way you treat your customer and when they tend to patronize your products. Another importance of branding is that it helps to build trust and credibility. When people get familiar with your brand, when people understand what your brand is all about, they tend to trust you. They tend to, irrespective of how, for example, Milo, irrespective of how the price goes up, there are some people that they will tell you that they can never take Bonfita because they like Milo. They are just loyal to Milo. So if Milo say this is how much they want to sell today, there are still people that are still very loyal to Milo because of the benefits they are enjoying from this particular product or the benefit they are enjoying from this particular services. And this is what branding also helps to do. It also helps to build up your trust. It also helps to build up your credibility. And branding is beyond just logo, is beyond the color and every other thing that we bring into play. Branding goes beyond that. It also goes beyond how we put our messaging out. How do you want people to perceive you when they come in contact with your products or services? Then also branding helps to build your emotional connection. The emotional connection, I will also link it to loyalty in the sense that when people are loyal to your product, there's a kind of connection they feel. There's a kind of attachment they feel when it comes to your product. I can also use iPhone, for example. There's this buzz about iPhone. But to me, sincerely, iPhone, apart from the camera though, there's really, really, really nothing special about iPhone. But there's this kind of emotional connection that people feel that if you have an iPhone, you have arrived, you have this, you have that. And this is example of a good branding. Sometimes it can be that what a Samsung phone can do or what a Samsung phone can do better, an iPhone can do better. But because of this perception people already have about iPhone, they believe that iPhone, it is either iPhone or iPhone. Here you get. So that is also another reason why branding is important. Also, another reason why branding is important is consistency in experience. So good branding helps to create a uniform messaging in terms of your social medias now. Let's say, for example, you sell a product, you sell a service. How do you communicate this particular product or services? Sorry. How do you communicate this particular product or service to the people that you want to see your brand? So it's not just about posting. It's not that today you are saying, let me give an example. Today you are saying you are selling iron rod, and tomorrow you are coming to say you are selling pure water. How consistent are you in your messaging? What exactly are you dishing out there? Even if you are selling iron rod, how are you selling it? Like, how are you advertising it to the people that are even patronizing you? So you have to ensure that there's a level of consistency in what you're selling. If somebody goes on Instagram, they know that what they are getting from Instagram is the same thing they are getting when they go on Facebook. There's nothing different. There's a good customer service, your social media, everything, your color, your messaging, everything is so on point. So there's a consistency in appearance. This is also another reason why your branding is important. I hope you are still following me and I hope I'm not too fast. Hello, are we still following?
Yes, we are.
I'll,
Lina, thank you.
Yes,
okay, I
we
hope
are.
all right, thank you. So moving on, how do you make people trust your brand? Why do you think people need to trust your brand? How do you make them to trust your brand? Number one thing is for you to be authentic. You can't do it better than the way you're already doing it. Just ensure that you are yourself. You are not copying, sorry. You are not copying other people. Maybe somebody is saying, this is how the product is. You are not going to copy what they do and putting it the exact same way, right? If you are going to do something, of course, it's really not a bad idea for you to get ideas from people, but ensure that when you want to incorporate that idea, you are not doing it exactly the same way the person did it. There has to be like a level of distinction. Not that the person say it is A, you two you come on your page and say it is A. You don't have to use the same color the person used. You don't have to use the same way the person said it. You don't have to, just be authentic. That is one way to make people trust you. Once you are authentic, once you are yourself, you are not trying to copy somebody else, people tend to trust you. They tend to believe you for this is what you say you are and this is who you are. Another thing is to be bold. No one responds to an uncertain sound. If people don't understand, okay, let's say for example, you are not very clear about the messaging you are putting out there, people will not trust your brand because they might be skeptical that does this person really know what he or she is doing? Is this person really sure that this is what or this is how he or she wants to do it? So for example, now you are trying to like take somebody a course on something and there's a bit of confusion. You are not bold about what you're teaching, or you don't even know exactly what you're teaching. So it's important that before you even go out there to put out the content, or before you go out there to say this is what your brand stands for, you already know who you are, outline who you are, what is your value proposition, what are you selling, how do you want to sell it, and what way are you communicating this particular message to people. So you have to be bold. You have to be bold about what you're saying. And like they used to say, nobody can um carry your business on their head the way you carry it on your head. So you have to be bold when it comes to making people trust your brand. Another thing is you have to be loud. As much as possible, you have to put your brand out there. If you don't talk about your brand, people will not know about your brand. Family and friends is not only enough to know about your brand. You have to ensure that your brand go as far as possible because that's the only way you can tell people about your brand. That's the only way you can make sales. That's the only way you can make good first impression. Depending on the goal you want to achieve with your brand, that's the only way you can tell them that okay, this is what you do, this is how you do it, and this is your process. You have to be loud about your business. You have to be loud about your brand. Then another thing is consistency. If we check most of this brand over time, most of the brands I mentioned, like Motina, like Indomie, we'll notice that there has been a level of consistency among these brands. So they've been consistent right from time. Their messaging has been the same. There has been nothing different about their messaging. They are telling you this is what they sell. Even with the introduction of the new flavor, Indomie flavor, their unique selling point is that within 5 minutes, your Indomie is ready. So they are not telling you something different. They are telling you that this is what their brand stands for, and that's what their brand stands for. So you have to be consistent in your messaging. You have to be consistent, not posting today and running away, and the next time you're coming is 3 months after or 4 months after. You're not saying people are not following your page, or you run sponsored ads and people are not responding. Nobody, like I said, no one responds to an uncertain sound. So you have to be as consistent as possible. Another thing that can make people trust your brand is you have to be generous. So by being generous, you have to, as much as possible, you have to give value, you have to care, there has to be transparency. When people come in contact with you, let them feel that this is the best they've ever had in terms of your values, in terms of what you sell. Put it out there. Oh, this is how when you use my product, this is how you can benefit from my product. In terms of your customer service, how do you want what kind of experience do you want people to have when they come in contact with your brand? How transparent are you when it comes to doing businesses? It's not that you are doing business, you say A, and the next thing you are saying something else. All these things in terms of your value, in terms of the experience your customers have, these are things that make up your brand. So you have to ensure that your customers have a good experience when they are patronizing you, whether you're there, whether you're not there. You have to ensure that your customers have a good experience. And you also, as much as possible, in as much as you're selling, you also have to give value, not just every time you're saying come and buy, come and buy, come and buy. There should be a reason why people should patronize you. There should be a value that they are getting from you when they come in contact with your brand. All right, so quickly we'll talk about some branding mistakes to avoid. I think I already spoke about some of them when I was talking about when I was talking about how to make people trust your brand. So inconsistency. Um, in terms of inconsistency, today you are using a different logo, tomorrow you are using something else, next tomorrow you are using a different color, orange and blue, red and yellow. You are just, everything is just all over the place. So in when you are branding your business, you have to ensure if you are creating a name. And also this is something I like to tell business owners. Always ensure that your name is not too long. At least let it be something that people can remember. If your name is Oluwa Kiniko Kiniko, you don't have to use all the whole name or put all your names together to form a business name. Sometimes it makes it very difficult for people to even grasp your name or remember your name. Imagine I'm trying to tell somebody about a business I patronize and I can't even remember the name of your business. It's difficult. So you have to ensure that any name you are using, it has to be descriptive. It has to be something that people can easily remember. That is also another branding mistake to avoid. Avoid using a long name or names that people cannot easily remember or excuse me, names that people cannot easily remember. So talking about inconsistency, we also have to ensure that we have one logo. If you have a logo, ensure that your messaging in terms of your flyers, the colors you are using, anytime you are passing across a message, they have to be that same color. Not like you're using pink today and tomorrow you're using red, next tomorrow you're using orange. There has to be like a consistency in anything you are selling in terms of your messaging, in terms of your logos, in terms of your color, anything you are putting out there, there has to be a level of consistency. Another branding mistake to avoid is neglecting online presence. Like I said earlier, posting today, then coming back next 3 months. And I don't know how many of us notice that sometimes when we want to make a buying decision, you go online, you search on Google this particular the type of thing you want to buy. It happens a lot that we first go online to search for this particular business, or we go online to search for let's just say the particular brand you want to buy for. So imagine if let me say like Indomie, imagine if they were not very consistent or they were not in people's faces and they just come, they post one of these days and they went off the radar and they are coming back again. People will not even know them. They won't even a lot of people will not remember them. So as much as possible, you have to take your online presence seriously. And when it comes to online presence, it's not just about posting, but also posting content or posting things that are informative, that are educative, things that people can learn from. So that is why you have to have a good content strategy when it comes to your posting. Then another branding mistake to avoid is no clear brand story or positioning. So this is also one of the things I mentioned in terms of your messaging. What are you putting out there for people? What message are you passing across? If your message is about let's say this is what you do, let your message be consistent all through. Don't let there be any difference. Don't let there be any confusion. Let them know that when they are coming in contact with your business, Titilola Fashion, they know that this is what Titilola Fashion stands for. There's nothing different about your business. If you are selling ready to wear for females, let anything that has to do with your business, let it reflect ready to wear. So moving on, we'll be moving on to the main thing. So how do you build your brand like a boss? The first thing is to identify your audience. If you are coming on the online space for the first time, or if you're a new business, or you're already on the online space, one important thing I tell people is to know your audience. It is very important for you to know your target audience, because when you know your target audience, you'll be able to create messages in line with what your target audience wants. So if it's possible that so you already have a brand, you've been creating messages, and okay, people have been engaging with your messages, you also have to ensure that there's a level of consistency in what you're doing. You have to also understand your audience. What kind of content do they want to see? How do they like to see this content? What do they want to know about your products? What do they want to know about your services? So your audience ranges from their age to the gender to their interest. What do they like? What do they not like? What are their pain points? What is the challenge they have when it comes to patronizing a particular product or services? So you have to be able to identify who your audience are. Another thing is to identify your brand voice and personality. We already spoke about this. Your brand voice, in terms of consistency, your brand voice should be consistent. Your personality, what kind of personality do you want people to know about you when it come in contact with your brand? Are you soft? Are you gentle? Do you have this leadership, authority, this kind of a thing in you? These are examples of brand voice. Are you professional? If you're professional, people know that, okay, when they come to your page, is professional content. There's nothing else except, or even on days when you are joking, they know that, oh, there's a bit of professional with a bit of joke in it. So you should be able to identify your brand voice and personality. Then another thing is to define your unique value proposition. What makes you different? This is very important. Depending on any product or services that you are selling, you have to be able to define your unique selling proposition. If I'm coming in contact with you, why do I need to patronize you? Why do I need There are a lot of businesses that does the same thing that you do. So what makes you different from this business? You have to define your unique selling proposition or your unique value proposition. Then another thing is also to have a content stroke communication strategy. So in terms of putting out information out there, how do you put out your information? What strategy do you use to put out this information? Which platforms are you on? How are you creating your content? Are your content in line with these platforms that you are on? So you have to ensure that you have a good content and communication strategy. Another thing is also to have a good brand identity. Brand identity in terms of logo, in terms of visual elements. If you have a business, I always advise that it's better for you to have a logo, not just a text that you're just typing the name of the logo. Always have a logo for consistency's sake. And even in your visual elements, let your logo reflect in your visual elements in terms of your color, in terms of the messages you are passing out across. So you also have to ensure that your brand identity aligns. Then another reason or another way to build your brand like a boss is to apply your branding across your business. Let there be one messaging. Anyhow you are, any way you are, any of the platform you are putting out your business, let your branding applies across all those areas. So if you are posting on Facebook, let your branding be on Facebook. If you are going to be using your logo, if you are going to be using your color, your messaging, anything you are putting out there, let your branding apply across all your business or across all the platforms you are using and every other thing you are using. Another way to build your brand like a boss is to leverage on social media sponsorship, not just social media sponsorship, leverage on good marketing. I repeat, leverage on good marketing. So if we notice some of these brands over time, we will notice that some of the ways these brands have managed to stay relevant, apart from the branding, apart from their branding, is also the marketing. Because if they don't market their products, nobody's actually going to know about the product. So you also have to leverage on good you also have to leverage on good marketing. You also have to leverage on social media platforms to also sponsor your business. And some of these platforms are actually cost friendly. So you can also just sponsor your post and reach a wide range of people, even people. And the beauty of it is that you can target as many people as possible, even people that are not in the same location as you are. You can target as many people as possible. Then another way is also to network and collaborate. Tell people about your brand. When you go out to places and you meet people for the first time, introduce yourself. Oh, my name is this. This is what I do, my business. You can just give them your elevator pitch within 30 seconds, not something that is very long. Just tell them about your business, collaborate. If there's a kind of cross promotion you can do. Cross promotion is where maybe two brands that sell similar things, they can come together to do like a kind of collaboration, and they talk about their business, work together in terms of all the sponsorship and partnership that people do. So another way is to network and to collaborate. So quickly, we'll talk about tools and resources that you can use to build up your brand. We have Canva. Canva is a designing and branding tool. You can also make use of Canva to um design, to brand your business. When you go on Canva, there are a lot of templates that are on Canva. You can just type what you want, then modify it to suit your taste, or modify it to get exactly what you want. You can also hire somebody to do a design of a logo for you. And once the person is done with the logo, once the person sends the logo to you, you can always make use of Canva to create flyers. There are a lot of templates on Canva that you can use. Lots of very beautiful templates you can use, and it is free. Though it also has the paid version, but if you also know how to design, you might not necessarily need to use the paid version. So you can make use of Canva for designing and branding. Another tool that you should also be familiar with is the Meta Ads Manager. So the Meta Ads Manager this is everything that encompasses your sponsorship in terms of Facebook and Instagram. Every platform that is under Meta. make use of this Meta Ads Manager in order to sponsor your product. We also have the Google Ads for search ads, for display ads, for YouTube ads. For search ads, I don't know, when we go online and we search for, let's just say, buy bag in Nigeria, of course we can see some brands name that will come out. Okay, this is where you can get a very good brand. These are examples of search ads. We also have display ads. Display ads are banners that are mostly displays on websites. So Google Ads is also another tool that you can use to build your brand. Excuse me. Then we have email marketing tools. Email marketing tools, we have MailChimp, we have ConvertKit. We have a lot of email marketing tools. We also have SMS tools like ebookSMS.com. These are also tools that you can use to send messages to your clients to inform them maybe when you're having a promo. Email marketing tools also does that, like the MailChimp. You can use it to inform them about a promo or an update that is going on in the company, and they should also take advantage of it. So these are some of the things, the tools that you can use. Also for personal branding platform, you can make use of LinkedIn, you can make use of Instagram. And like I normally advise, you don't have to be on all social media platforms. Just look for the platform that you know your audience have and focus your attention on those platforms. Because there are a lot of platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn is a lot. So just look for the ones that you know that your messaging or your audiences are on the platforms, and look for the platforms that, if you're someone that likes creating video, I mostly advise, okay, maybe Instagram and TikTok, because, and depending on your messages. So if your messages are maybe passed across towards the Gen Zs, I can say TikTok is a very good platform that you might want to check out. So these are also platforms that you can use. Then we also have CapCut. CapCut is a video editing app that you can also use in order to edit your videos and create amazing stuff. So that is some of the tools and resources that you can use to improve your business. Now, the last but not the least, before we call it a wrap, I would like us to reflect on some of these exercises. So write one sentence that clearly explains who you are. When it comes to your business, what can you say your business is all about? Or if you are promoting yourself, let's say, for example, you are a personal coach, or let's say you're a personal coach, this is what you do. Maybe you're a personal coach, you are trying to think, or maybe you're a teacher or something. What clearly differentiates you from other businesses? So write one sentence that clearly explain who you are, what you do, and who you serve, right? Then another thing is, if you were a first-time customer yourself, what impression would you have about your own business online? When you write this thing, just do it like, this is more like a self-reflection. Just do a self-reflection. If you're a first-time customer for your business, so more like you're searching for your business online, what impression will you have about your business online? What are the things that you will improve on? Kindly note them down also. Then also look at your last 3 posts, emails, your flyers, or any other thing. Do they reflect the same messaging? Are they passing across the same information? If they are not, work towards aligning them. Okay, just like I said, also note down the things that you want people to know you for. When it comes to your brand, what do you want people to know you for? What is the one thing that you want people to think about you when they come in contact with your brand? Are you consistent? Do you have this leadership in you? Are you focused, intelligent, knowledge driven? What are the things that you want people to know about you? So just write down 3 words you want people to think about you when they hear about you, when they hear about your brand. What are 3 things that you want people to think about you? Then also pick one platform and review. So if you're already on social media, pick one platform that you know that you post most frequently. Check out the reviews of the platform. Where do you get the most engagement? And just do a review of how the reach has been so far, how many people have seen the post, the impression. Do you think people like this post? Just do a review of the account and know how you want to coin your messages around what you've done over time. Then also practice explaining your brand in 30 seconds. I always advise people have an elevator pitch. So an elevator pitch is something that just sells your business. Imagine if an investor meets up with you now and say, tell me about your business. How do you want to explain your business in 30 seconds? You should be able to like talk about your business without mumbling or without trying to think, well, my business is GK. So practice explaining your brand in 30 seconds. And when you are explaining your brand in 30 seconds, be clear, be concise, don't let it be too long. Just explain who you are, what you do, and who you serve. Then call or message your business line. Is the response professional? Is he on point? Try and also do a review of your business. This helps you to know the feedback that your customers have, like over time. What has their experiences been like? You don't even have to use your number. You can use a different number. It's just for you to know how your business has been over time. You can also take feedbacks from your customers to let them know the areas in which you're doing better and the areas in which you need to improve on. So I'll just add this as a bonus point. General tips for posting on some of these platforms. Use clear caption, write in a simple and engaging tone, include hashtags. You also have to make use of relevant and trending hashtag. Post high quality visuals. Ensure that whatever it is you are putting out there on socials, be it image, be it video, be it graphics, they are good and they are clear images. Then I already spoke about this, know your target audience. Tailor your content to what they would like to see. Engage by comments, likes, and share. Then also use a clear call to action. So these are some of the things that we need to take note of when it comes to posting on all platforms. So lastly, one or two success stories of businesses that grew with branding. I think I already mentioned a lot of this. Martina, I talked about Indomie. So these are examples of businesses that grew with branding. So thank you all so much. If you have any question, you can just let me know. Thank you, ma.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Please, let's give her a round of applause. Emoji, 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 clapping emoji. If you are excited, if you have learned anything, let me see emoji resounding. And before I do the recap, I will just say, get that question you have written down that is bugging your mind throughout the session. I will just do a quick recap and then we go to the Q&A. This is where that song, I carry my matter for head, excuse me, I am not a choir person, but I can sing the song. I carry my matter for head, I carry my matter for head. That is just the long and short of what we have had. Are you carrying your matter? Are you carrying your business on your head? Branding, marketing, we are familiar with it. We've heard about it. If you've not attended any of our sessions, you're darling. You are sitting on a long thing because guess what? After the sessions, after the 8-week sessions, we're going to have one of our signature sessions where we will dive deep into this matter. Because tell you what, branding and marketing is a special class on its own, where you'll be able to apply what you have learned and you'll be able to see it give you results. So, not to talk too much, what have we learned? What I have learned? Simple, very short. Branding is very, very important. It helps people trust you. It helps you bring credibility. I remember her example of Milo versus Bonvita in my house. No matter how expensive Milo is, yes, we're guilty. You still find Milo in my house. That is how interesting it is. And they've been able to do that because why? They've spent money on branding and marketing over the years. All right? So, how do people perceive you? How do you get people to be loyal to you? How do you get people to come to you over and over again to say, oh no, it is this brand of cake or no other brand of cake. Oh no, it is this fashion person, this tailor, excuse me, this fashion designer or no other person. That is what branding and marketing is able to do for your business. It's able to ensure that your business, you actually remain in business through the years. That is what branding and marketing does for you. So how do we brand? These are my major key takeouts. How do we brand? Be bold. Be loud. You know how we are. We're Nigerians. If you are not loud, nobody's hearing you. If you are winking in the dark, who will hear you? Except you open your mouth and talk. That is your brand. Be consistent. Not that you post today, you go to bed for the next 5 weeks. I have been guilty of that. So even me, I have learned, even though I know, when we come to these sessions, it is not just that, oh, I know about it. We learn, we unlearn, we relearn. That is what these sessions are all about. So I guess by now, we all have had our questions, our answers, our questions to which CEO Selena Kalesowo would be able to give us answers to. Please, by show of hands, let me see if anybody have questions they would want clarifications to. Yes, please. Show of hands, questions. All right. Okay. All right, I can see one question from CEO Adeoshun, and she says, what's your take, Ma, on faceless marketing for promoting a nutrition brand? Will it encourage confidence in the brand? Over to you, CEO CK. Let's take it one after the other.
Okay, so for this question, for a brand that is majorly focused on nutrition, you can do a faceless marketing. However, people sometimes might want to see how this nutrition has been going for you over time. Do you get? You can also there are a lot of stock materials that you can actually use. But sometimes people might want to see the face behind the brand. They want to be able to actually connect with you on an emotional level. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So I'll give an example. There's this lady on my WhatsApp. I remember as a last year when I saw this lady, she was very fat. Like she was fat. And I noticed that the next time I was seeing the lady, she's already thin. Now, over time, I noticed I've been following her story, I've been following her WhatsApp status. She has been talking about how she moved from this level to this level. Now, if she was not projecting herself, if she was not, and now she does this nutrition kind of a thing, she takes people on a meal plan and all those kind of things. If she's not taking people on her journey on how she went about all these things, people will not, they won't believe that it's possible for them to actually do this thing and actually succeed in it. So one way or the other, whether you're using stock videos, you're using stock materials, I will also say advice that once in a while you can also show yourself. If it's just a tips or something that talks about how people can actually take their nutrition seriously, you can just put it there, you can just chip it in. So that's my answer to that.
Thank you very much. We have other questions coming in. So we have the next one from CEO Titilope Keshiro, and she says, how often do we post on IG?
Okay, so when it comes to posting on IG, I always say that it's important for you to have a good content strategy. So because there's a way this Instagram algorithm works is that sometimes you post the graphics, people are not saying it, or you post this, people are not saying it. Just have a good content strategy. How do you want to post? Like, what should your post contain? Monday, what do you want to post on Monday? Tuesday, what do you want to post on Tuesday? Wednesday, what do you want to post on Wednesday? Thursday, what do you want to post? Like, what kind of content do you want to post? And you don't necessarily actually have to post every day. If you have a good content strategy, you have a good plan of how you want your post to be, then you can just follow up the plan and just put in out content. What this strategy does is that when somebody wants to look for a particular content that's related to what you've actually done on your page, it's easy for them to say, she posts this type of content on Saturday, or she posts this type of content on Wednesday. They can easily trace it back to your page. Oh, these are the type of content she posts on these days. These are the type of content she posts on these days. So it's easy for people to actually um get familiar with your page. They are not lost in your page. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you just have a good content strategy majorly.
Thank you very much. We have an acknowledgement by CEO Dolapo Ademosu that you talked about her product for weight loss. God bless you. All right. CEO Ogundoyin, she says, please, my question is, as a young upcoming entrepreneur that buys different products and sells, how can one go about with the branding?
Okay, so this is very simple. So we have a lot of businesses that they are not actually the original maker of the products. They buy the things, they brand and they sell. So um how do you go about branding the products? Okay, so I'll give an instance. If for example maybe you sell fish, just for an example, you know this round catfish. You can have like this nylon. What's the name of this nylon? There's this white nylon, transparent nylon that people do. You can have this transparent nylon, then print a sticker. A sticker won't cost you so much. You have a logo. You can just create a logo for the business, have a logo, talk about what like your services. You can put it on the sticker. Then anytime somebody buy this particular product or services, you can just put it there. That's branding, because by the time you don't know who you are going to sell the product to, and somebody else is going to sit and the person say, oh, I like this, I like that. Please, I would like to have the person's contact. It's already on the branding is already on whatever it is you are selling. So as much as possible, just try and ensure that create something that is very cost effective, that is not so expensive for you if possible. Just ensure that anything you are selling, be it your maybe fashion wear or whatever it is you are selling, you can easily incorporate a bit of your business or your service or about you, your brand. Just try and incorporate a bit of it into what you're selling. I hope that answers the question.
See wisdom you only get from sessions like this. Okay, I'm so excited. I mean, at this point, I'm sure the GM will let us know when our special masterclass on branding and marketing is going to hold, because I can see more questions coming in, and that tells us indeed that there is actually a need for branding and marketing in our business. Okay. CEO Titi Lola Fajumolu actually asked, is it okay, which is still talking in line with brand logos, is it okay to change your logo? Because she feels the one she currently has is a bit old school. So is it okay? Is it an okay thing? Can logos be old?
Okay, so in terms of this question, I just recently changed my logo. And the reason why I changed my logo is not because I said that, okay, the previous logo was not fine. There's something I'm building and I have a vision for what I'm building. Now, if I'm building a global brand or I'm building something that I want people to see, I should be, through my logo, they should be able to understand what it's all about. So it's not just about changing the logo because it's old. Do you feel that the logo does not really align with your messaging anymore? If it does not, then I think it's okay to change your logo.
Sorry there. So quick one. We have this question from Dr. Adewakun, and she says, for you to talk briefly about running paid ads, what are the key strategies to get results?
Okay, so for paid ads, the key strategies to get results. Okay, so I mentioned a bit of that when I was talking about branding. So number one thing is to ensure that you know the people that you want to target. Like I used to say, everybody is not your target audience. So you have to know the exact people you're actually selling your product to. That's one of the things that make off your when it comes to running your paid, your sponsored ads. Know your target audience. Another thing is also to ensure that you are using a good ad format in terms of um videos. Ensure that the video you are posting is clear, is not looking shabby or something. I remember someone told me she run a sponsored ads, and when I went to check the video, I was really disappointed. So you have to ensure that your video is good and up to par. When people see the video or when people see the material you are sponsoring, they have to at least they have to want to patronize whatever it is you are selling. Then also ensure that your messaging is clear and concise. Then, in terms of your audience, I already spoke about the audience in terms of your key demographics, in terms of um your interests. Know the interest of the people that you want to target. What do they like? What do they not like? What kind of people are they? Are they high net worth individuals? Where do they work? That's why the most important thing when it comes to running sponsored ads is for you to know who your target audience are. When you know who your target audience are, you've solved a chunker part of um your advertising. So key strategies to get results is ensure that all these things are in place before you go ahead to run a sponsored ads. Then when it comes to running sponsored ads, a lot of times businesses don't really want to spend money because they feel like the money is too much. Big businesses like Indomie, because of their marketing, because of their branding over time, because of the fact that they are in people's faces. If they are not in people's faces, people will not even remember them for who they are. So as much as possible, I always advise people to set out money for um advertising. At least as much as possible, try and set out money for advertising so that you're pushing your business out there. People knows about your business, and also be friendly with your budget if possible. So that's basically the key strategies to getting good results. Know your target audience, and that's about it. Then have a good ad format. Then let your messages be clear and concise. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so very much. We have a question from our YouTube viewers, CEO Dorcas Akombi. She says, anytime I talk about my business on Facebook, people always ask that they want to come to my physical shop, which I don't have yet. And so she asked, what is it that she should do?
Okay, so depending on the kind of business she has, I think one thing is you can, depending on the kind of, how will I put it now, the kind of products, the kind of services she offer, she can actually tell people that she doesn't have a physical store at the moment. That's why I said depending on the kind of communication she has with those people. But if it's for a business like I'll give an example. Okay, so let's say a business that is into services. Most times I can just say maybe you can just rent an office space. There are quite a number of office space. Rent an office space. Let those people come and see you in the office space. There are people that actually rent office space. They are not, sometimes most of them are actually not in that location, but they rent office space because of the business. Because a lot of times what she said is true. A lot of times people want to know if your business is actually genuine. They want to be sure that okay, this is it, this is that. So you can actually rent an office space, give them their address. Anytime they want to visit the office space, you also have to ensure that you're there. Then you go at the same time. But if you have a space maybe at home that you're using for your business, you could also, or maybe you can create a space for, you can create a space where people can actually come and see you. But most times I majorly just advise that just rent an office space and close the business deal there if possible. Or you can tell them you don't have an office space yet. Anyone that works, but rent an office space is better. Thank you.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so very much, CEO CK. We could go on and on and on, and sincerely, we won't be able to take in all our questions today and now. But we don't have to end the conversation here and now. Trust me, there is a special WhatsApp group that we have created for the 10th anniversary. And if you're not there yet, the link will be posted into the group, into the chat room now, so that you can use that opportunity to ask your questions. Our facilitator will be on ground to ask and to answer your questions. And it's an opportunity for you, if you've not even thought of it, to ask the questions that might just be niggling at the back of your mind. All right, so it's been wonderful hanging out with you for the past 1 hour. Thank you so very much. You are the reason why we do what we do. At this point,
Please
I'd
take
like...
some more questions. There are a few more questions that has
Oh,
not.
I have been overruled. All right, so we take on more questions, okay? I have CEO Anu Adegboyega, and her question, she said number 1, which means she has more than one question. All right. How can I blend in innovation into branding as a budding entrepreneur without compromising on consistency? So fusing CEO CK, are you with me? This CEO is asking how she can blend innovation into branding as an up-and-coming entrepreneur, which means she's still young, her business is still young, without compromising on consistency.
Okay, thank you. So one of the things is to keep your core identity fixed. That is everything that you stand for, your logo, your color, your value, your brand promise, everything should remain consistent. Work on keeping it consistent because these are the anchors that make people recognize, and these are the things that make people trust you. Then also another thing to do is also to innovate in your delivery, not just your identity. You can try new styles, fresh content, new technology, but ensure that your brand voice, your personality, let it remain the same. Don't let your messaging, don't let it change, right? In as much as you're trying to innovate, ensure that whatever information it is you are putting out there, whatever messaging it is you are telling people about you, let it be the same thing. Then also listen to your audience. As much as you are evolving, your customers are also evolving. Try and listen to your customers. What are they saying? You can use feedback forms to get what they are saying. Then when you understand what you're saying, you can now create like fresh ideas to like you can now create fresh content that can actually reflect what you are saying, right? Like I used to say, it's not all trends that all brands should drop on. There are some kind of trends that as a brand you shouldn't jump on. So in as much as you're trying to innovate, you don't have to jump on all the trends. So you also have to join trends that are in line with what you are you're doing. But the main thing is that just ensure that your messaging, everything you are doing, everything is the same. So if your brand is a fashion brand, for example, just ensure that your style, your value, your message, anything that that you are doing remains the same. There's no difference in whatever it is you're doing. Just ensure that your delivery and every other thing remains the same. Thank you.
Very much. We move on to the question asked by CEO Simeon. Is it possible to run two businesses on same in Instagram accounts? I want to believe that's what her question is because she said same IG, so that would be Instagram accounts. All right.
Okay, so I would say it depends. So looking at the second question, the person said, for someone who have more than one business, I sell shoe and I'm also into catering. Is it okay to have different handles for it? Yes. Shoe and catering, they are far apart. Do you get? They are very far apart. So I wouldn't really advise somebody that sells shoe and catering to have one Instagram account. I will advise you have a different Instagram account. This is so your messaging is clear. People are not confused. I understand that you are the person that owns this both. You are the person that owns the two businesses, but you also have to ensure that catering is catering. You know, cooking is different from somebody that is doing shoes. So you have to ensure that you have a different business, a different IG. But like I said, it depends on the business. So for example, if you are someone that is a lifestyle, you're into all this lifestyle content and you do real estate, I don't mind. I can say the person should have one single IG account because majorly you are showing lifestyle, you are showing real estate, you are showing housing. It doesn't really negate what you're actually portraying. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by um you have to have different accounts depending on the kind of business. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so the second part of CEO Josephine Udo's question, actually the first part, you answered the second one with Madam Simeon's. When you say we should be loud, does it mean we have to be on people's face every time?
Okay, so by being loud, it means be clear about what you do. Like let people know what you do. Let people know about what you do. That's what I mean by being loud. Nobody can blow your trumpet for you if you don't blow it yourself. So imagine if you're going to a place for the first time and let's just say, okay, then consistently you've been going to the place, but nobody knows who you are, nobody knows what you do. Then how do you expect people to say, oh, I know this person, she's into this, she's into that? People cannot know you except you tell them that this is who you are. So that's what I mean by you have to be loud, right? So that's just it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like I said earlier on, backstage, you have a last minute person. So this will be the last question we will take. So, and it's from CEO Olubukola. It says, due to the nature of my business, like lubricants, car batteries, and spare parts, my target customers are mostly men and adults. Is it advisable to run ads? This will be the last question we take.
Okay, so for any kind of business you're doing, in order for you to reach more people, in order for you to get more business to patronize you, there's a place of running sponsored ads. Of course, thank God, it's possible for you to target just men alone on socials, and it's also possible for you to target adults. So depending on the age that you want to target, you can easily put it there. The what's the name, the age, you can put it there, the gender you want to choose, you can put it there. Of course, I majorly advise any kind of business to run ads. This is also not just for because you want to spend money. It is also for your brand visibility, brand awareness, sales, and every other thing comes in between. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you very much. Like I said, the conversation doesn't end here. We continue backstage. There are lots of resources, ton of extra networking opportunities, updates. Like today, for instance, there was something interesting that was dropped on the group. So if you're not there, please kindly make sure that you register. If you registered, we'll be sure to send you the link into the group. Oh, interestingly, thank you. A team member just dropped the link to the group now. So please kindly join using the link that has been drawn. And so it is a pleasure and my honor to invite our general manager to give the closing remarks. Doc, over to you.
Thank you, BD, and a big thank you, Selena. Thank you so much for that. We are so grateful. Thank you for your time. Thank you for that wisdom that you've just shared with us and for making it short and sharp. And it's been a great time, even with your questions that you've been able to answer. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we trust that, we will do so much more together by the grace of God. So thank you. And lovely evening, everyone, to all our beautiful entrepreneurs. Thank you for joining in again. This is our third week and it's been fantastic, right? Can we have comments of what has happened in the past 3 weeks? What do you feel? How are you feeling? Are you learning? Have you done something with the knowledge that you've been gaining? Please, let's have the feedback. Please, feedback. What have you done? What have you done? Yes, it's amazing. Thank you. Yeah. We know it's amazing, it's awesome, but it's impactful. Thank you. But we need results. We want results. We want you to be able to share your before and after journey. Yes, they've been very practical and easy to implement. Yes. We really want your before and after journey. We want those information that before the 8 weeks program started, this was where you are, and now this is where you are. Please, we really need this information and it will help you and it will help us also in. Quickly, we have our polls, so I'm launching the polls right now. Please make sure you fill the poll before we exit. And as you are filling the poll, I want you to know that, great things are happening. From week 1, I've been asked about what will we, that we have only 8 weeks. That there should be week 9 and week 10. And I said it's something we deliberately kept behind. And week 10, week 9 and week 10 is coming up. And we have very, very interesting things that will be done at this time. The poll is up and nobody is filling, right? Can you see it? If you can't see it, click on more and you would see it. Yes, please. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, so it's been very interesting, and our goal is to have you at a certain level, and we have that percentage that we are looking for, where you would have shifted your business from whether it was on 10% before, it has now moved to 15 to 20%. That's what we intend to achieve, and we plan that, we want to celebrate you. So we need you to measure even your own successes, your progress, and what you are doing, because that is how we too will be able to measure our own tangible success. Please, we want you to engage everything that we post on the group. They are not jokes. They are not, it's not that this is just another document that they've dropped. It's another document for you to evaluate your business and for you to do better. Each of those questions, they are probing. They are things that you will really think. And if you find yourself glossing over any of the questions that maybe is this, and you cannot adequately write in detail about that thing, then that means that particular point is a problem in your business, and it might be that thing that is still slowing you down. That means you've not been able to define that thing. So we will really want you to sit down with it, take time out over this coming weekend, on a Saturday, on a Sunday, give yourself like an hour and just say you want to work on these documents and you want to feel and answer them well. And you will see how this, will gradually transform your business and lead you to the great heights that you intend to be. So we will be releasing information about our week 8 and our week 9 and our week 10 shortly. And please do engage. Just get excited, because exciting times are here. It's going to be fun. It's going to be learning. It's going to be greatness. Is going to be business explosion. Is going to be, international connections. Is going to be any more in dollars. Is going to be, explosion when you just see yourself in a new and fantastic dimension. Your business is growing, you are growing, things are working. That is the level that you will get to at the end of these 10 weeks. And we trust God to help us to deliver in the mighty name of Jesus. So thank you all for your time. Thank you for joining again today. Like we said, next week, hey, I'm telling you, next week, please don't miss it. You see, it's about the confident CEO, right? We want to handle and tackle all the things about our businesses, all those things holding us down, holding us back, that's not making you to push the way you are supposed to push. That's what we'll be dealing with next week, So you being the confidence, and our facilitator, a fantastic person, she has been dealing with board members. She's the only lady on the team, on an all-male team, and they've squeezed her, they've done so much, and she has been resilient. So for someone like that, I think you need to hear her. Please make sure you don't miss next week, and so that you can ask your questions directly. I always say that, so you can have time to ask your questions. Thank you so much, everyone, and do have a lovely evening. But you cannot go because the poll is still on 68%. The poll is still on 68%. Please, we need more. We need you to answer. Please answer. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Let your answers keep coming. Let it keep coming. We are expecting you. And so thank you, CEOs. Do have a fantastic evening. Please type done if you have actually done it. Type done. If you are sure you have filled, you can type done. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Olayemi Omotosho, Laide Paye, thank you. Titi Lokpe Keshinro, thank you. Musumola, thank you. Olayinka, thank you. Muji, thank you. Anu, thank you. Philomena, thank you. Ireti, thank you. Anu Adegboye, thank you. Yes, please, more. We are still on 70%. The poll is still on 70%. We still have so many of us that have not filled. Please ensure you can see the form. If you, Ngozi, thank you for filling. If you can't see the form, please click more on the bottom bar of your Zoom. You will see more and click it. You are likely to see poll there. Or you can just look up your page, the poll might be there. That it will just, it might be showing just graph, like a graph, the image of a graph or the icon. Just tap on it and you will see it. So yes, thank you. Yeah, Josephine, Esther, thank you. Thank you, Bukola. Thank you, Bola, Naomi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, and let's have a fantastic, fantastic day. The poll is still up. Fill it. If not, we will lock our door. Yes, thank you. Yes, we are 93% now. We are almost there. Almost there. Thank you. Yeah, 96%. Thank you. Well done, everyone. Let's have a fantastic evening. Remember your reflection. Do it over the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, getting better. Thank you, everyone. Yes, 100% now. Thank you.